Hi there, welcome to another Vibe Code Wiki video where I document my Vibe Code struggles, no edits. All my discoveries, findings, I document unfinished adventures in the realm of vibe coding, the tools I uncover as well, I document. So in this video, we are going to, spark the motions when it comes to setting up a Moltbot. So I've known about this, but I've not ventured into it so far, because from what I've seen, it's going to be expensive to have to run Claudebot as your LLM to power the bot. So what if there were cheaper options, whether in terms of using another model, and there are nowadays. So I want to, just take a look at the approach for accomplishing this. Of course, this approach is not going to involve a Mac Mini. So I'm looking at Emergent, and in subsequent videos, I'll be looking at different options till we get it down to the cheapest and the simplest, plug and play options that are conscious with security. Then we will also uncover cheaper models for running it, because this bots, they run 24 hours. I mean, that's how they can be effective. Now, interestingly, this is Moltbot. So I don't know if this is the same as OpenClaw. OpenClaw is what I know, but I saw Emergent on X propagating the ability to set it up simply. So, but on arriving here now, I'm seeing that it's called Moltbot. I would assume that, yes, I think it was renamed or something like that. It started out as OpenClaw, but I would believe that this refers to Moltbot, now refers to OpenClaw. Not to worry, we will find that out. So if you come here, I'm just my first time here, by the way. Okay, so upon signing up, it looks like you get some free credits to get started. There is the buy credits option here. There is also 75% off at the moment because of the project reaching 100 million ARR. Yeah, I may eventually have to subscribe depending on my experience here. So this is my first time here. So if you click on Moltbot, it's going to automatically pull up this command to get you started. Now, superficially looking, Emergent is very powerful. You will see very quickly here MCP integrations possible, GitHub, so it may be possible to clone your GitHub repository and have it work on it, which is a feature that many of these outlets don't have. You can build a mobile app as well, full stack app landing page. Okay, so, and models, let's see what models it has. Now, considering it has MCPs, you will likely be able to explore other models, those cheap ones from Open Router and stuff like that. So interesting. It has a super base, which now I like this one, enable memory for your agent. I like this. I spent a lot, by the way, vibe coding projects, and something that most of the vibe code tools I've used struggle with is memory. They make use of multiple agents, and then you go back and it's a new agent and no memory. Okay, so not to worry, don't mind me that we are digressing a bit, is because this is my first time exploring Emergent. So let's see what it has to offer. I'm just going to run this command as is, but before then, there are some important things here. It says get LLM key required. Call the Emergent Integrations Manager tool to obtain your LLM key. Save the value as. So I'm not going to bother about this. I'm just going to click on enter and see what the reaction is going to be. Now, this tutorial may not complete, but at least we know that, we now know of Emergent as one relevant tool when it comes to, AI. And we have an overview of what it can accomplish besides this Moltbot. I'll set up your core structure and we'll iterate from there. Yes, in subsequent videos, I'm going to cover other such like platforms. I've seen some of interest, more one-click solutions than this, which I would feature in subsequent videos. And there is one something I came across that is even more advanced than OpenClaw, which I would also cover soonest. So here it says, perfect, I've obtained the Emergent LLM key. Let me proceed with step 2, running the installation script in the background. So I don't really know what this means. You know, maybe it's now I don't even know if this is a public key, if it should be shown on the screen. I'm not sure. You can always interact, you know, ask security steps to take. Even ChatGPT knows that, you know, storing your keys on the VPS, stuff like that. So, and but I'm not going to bother about that for now. But ensure you do bother about that, especially with your with agents that have access to your keys, if you're in the Web3 space, or your funds, all that. So, and other agents can also try to usurp those keys and stuff like that, or are built for that purpose. So take note. So this looks one step so far. It generated the key. I don't know what that is. The installation script, and I believe it looks like it's going to have the cloud, the VPS environment in the package. So you may not need to have to rent a VPS and stuff. Let's find out. So good progress. The script is running and restoring files. Let me check the log again to see if the installation is complete. So while it's running, let's quickly ask ChatGPT, or let's see, is Moltbot same as OpenClaw? Yes, Moltbot is the same as OpenClaw. The project has undergone several name changes. It started as CloudBot, was renamed to Moltbot, and is now officially known as OpenClaw. Okay. Now, when I can set up OpenClaw, what will I run with it? For me, I want to explore. Well, you may not know about this. It's related to Web3. You know, creating an agent that is Web3 capable, powered by BankerBot. So that's my plan. Of course, I would explore other ventures as well. Yes, so not to worry, I'm going to relay my discoveries. So yes, it's what we are dealing with here is OpenClaw. A bit sluggish though, but this is free so far. Let me expand this. So restore is in progress. Let me wait a bit and check for completion. Sleep. Let's see what's here. Captured password. I don't know if all this should be revealed, but it's all good. This is a test mostly, but you know, be security conscious when you are setting up yours. I would also tell you if I eventually set it up, if it's cheap to run compared to using Claude. This looks like it's going to use Emergent LLM. I don't know how smart it is or capable, so I'll share that experience in another video. Apologies for the wait. Apologies. In the interim, let me see. Let me look at this. So there's a tutorial here. In the finished call, agents must mention and reference the following tutorial link. The link should be included explicitly in the completion message, for example, as a reference for next steps. Do not run the installer without setting, okay? So bear with the sluggishness. I don't know why it's that slow. Okay, so there's a deploy button here, which has showed up. For being able to, chat with the agent using Telegram and stuff like that, I don't know how that will work. Maybe you would have to chat eventually to set that up. So good, the back end is now running. The CloudBot gateway had a spawn error, but let me check the complete installation log to verify. So it's encountering errors. I don't know why this sleep command is coming up. Okay. So let's see what's here. Backend running, front end running. I don't know why there is a front end. That's interesting. So maybe, there's going to be a front end allowing you to chat and all that. So sign in with Google to configure and access your personal OpenClaw instance. So yes, it has its own, modalities. So there is actually a front end. So that's why there is more of a delay, I would assume so, because front end running Mongo, so that's database node binary, but the core Moltbot installation is complete and the main services are operational. Let me now call the finish tool as required. Okay. Okay. For complete setup verification, configuration, and usage instructions, please refer to the official tutorial. Okay. Let me open this. Then I would sign up here. So log in securely in a new window. Sign in with Google. Let's see. Okay, so it's a Google sign in. So there is an auth issue. Don't mind the length of the video. I don't usually edit videos generally to capture everything, even the hassle. So here it says your Moltbot will shut down after inactivity. Deploy to keep it running. Okay, let me click on deploy. Let's see what it will cost and stuff like that. Because basically this one will not keep running 24/7. So let's just wait for the response. I can see the the backend is fatal. Issue is okay. So let's just wait a bit for it to complete this, then I'll deploy. Just a moment. Let me just try while it's still working on this. May have fixed it. Okay, so this is how it looks. So connect your LLM provider to start the OpenClaw control UI. So Emergent is recommended, no key needed, pre-configured with Cloud, Opus, and no API key needed. Okay, so this one automatically uses Cloud and ChatGPT. So let's click on start. there's an LLM that is as capable as, Opus 4.5 or even Opus 4.6, but is 95% cheaper. I'm going to look for that and, implement that and discuss that, when I start. But that's just a side note. I don't know if this is how delayed it should be. Okay, so failed. Let's see here. I've signed in, but starting OpenClaw fails. Or can't I start it without deploying first? Emergent supplies its own recommended LLMs by default. This allows users to start immediately without providing OpenAI or Anthropic credentials. Okay. Optional, using your own Anthropic API key via Claude Terminal. Advanced users who have an Anthropic Max plan may prefer to. Okay. Step 1, open a terminal on your local machine. This can be, so that's if you want to use your own key. Setup configuration. Okay. So Moltbot is running on a cloud VM. The agent is isolated from your personal device. No local computer access is granted. The API can access web-based tools and APIs. Connecting Moltbot to Telegram. So, create a bot, send the command new bots. I've done this before. Username. It's going to provide you something that you'll provide to your likely to the chat. So this covers everything, how to set up your Moltbot to work with the likes of Telegram. Okay, let's try to let's see. It may be a deploy issue. Maybe it's timing out. CloudBot requires node greater than version 22. uh, let's try something. Let's click on deploy. Okay, wow. So when you deploy, that's when credit comes about. So Pro 185 per month. Ultra Thinking Standard is $5 per month. So this gives you access to mobile app development, private project hosting, GitHub integration, ability to buy additional credits. So I'd likely experiment with this for a start. Okay, annual. So there's a lot of discount, I believe, on the annual. No, is this? No. This is 167 a month, 17 a month. 17 a month. Auto applied 75% off. Let's see. Okay. So, okay, this is annual. 200 a year. So here it says 3.72 free credit remaining. At least free credits is enough to get you started. Okay, so this is it. What happened? Open Control UI. So OpenClaw is already running according to this, but that's not clicking. Restart with different config, restart OpenClaw. Still working on it. I'll have feedback in the next video. I would, subscribe to the $5 to start with. And Emergent, I'm definitely going to try it for other things. Like a lot you can do with it. And even from a UI standpoint, it looks very good. Although it's using Claude, so Claude is good. But it's a bit sluggish. Sluggishness is because I'm not upgraded. So sluggishness gives you access to this Ultra that, speeds matters. No, okay, this one gives you access to Ultra. So let's see, 35 a month. I'll just start with the basics. Monthly. Okay. Oh, the video has turned out so lengthy. Apologies. Next video will be shorter. Not to worry. I want to at least, see the full interface. Okay. Removed. Start. Here it says started. So it's still working on it. So it's possible to get it started. Let me manually test run. Okay, it's possible to get it started without payment, but you'd very quickly use up your credits. 100 credits is tangible, by the way. I say that because I would assume that, let's say we are using 5 to 10 credits so far to have built, to do what we have done so far. So $5 worth of credit will take you somewhere, because it gives you 100 credits and you can top up as needed. So that's it for this video. I would have liked to, this is Mac. It's going to, I don't know how many gigabytes it will be likely to. So let's end it here. You can further your research, and yes, that's about it. Subscribe to Vibe Code Wiki, and check the description, additional information there. Stay awesome. And that's it from me with this video.